Today, I am providing an update on the city's emergency child care initiative. The sites I announced last week are already full and have already developed waiting lists. Need is demonstrably high, and the sooner Richmond Public Schools enters into an agreement with child care providers to use RPS facilities, the sooner these families will have access to this critical care. That's why I, along with some of my colleagues on City Council, am sending a letter later this week to the Richmond School Board, asking them to follow through on their agreement to partner with us. To be clear, we are not asking them to assume any additional liability or to run the programs. The city and providers are dedicated to doing exactly that. We are asking them to use the same approach we use for our after-school programming for full-day child care as well. As you know, this administration, partnering with a number of nonprofit partners in the past, we have been able to expand after-school programming to each elementary schooler, each middle schooler in the city of Richmond. We're asking to essentially follow that same model for emergency child care. Standing up centers in schools allows us to serve more kids at fewer sites. It's an economies of scale thing, which in turn will allow us to support more child care providers in churches and community organizations throughout the greater city. This, to me, is the fastest, most efficient way to get kids into child care safely. And let's use the models we already know how to use to make this happen. No need to reinvent the wheel. We know that to make emergency child care truly accessible, we have to support existing providers all across the city. Providers who are currently serving small numbers of kids but have the space and staff to safely serve more. These providers are trusted voices in the community, neighborhood caretakers who have already established their care for our Richmond kids. So, today, I'm also announcing that we'll make $1 million worth of CARES Act funding available to support these neighborhood-based providers operating out of churches and other community organizations throughout the city. The application will be available on Friday. When providers apply, we'll need to see your liability insurance, your operating plans, your budget, and more to ensure that you can, in fact, serve more kids and should be getting public funds to do so. These funds will strengthen our neighborhood child care providers network. If you are a provider or know of a provider that could help us get more kids safely in care, point them to us, point them in our direction, and point them to this program. More information will be coming from the city communications team when the application becomes available. In the meantime, we ask that you check out Help One RVA to find facilitated learning centers throughout the city.